Good evening, everyone. I want to stand on the existing protocol to welcome everyone. I recognize the presence of the director of HEBDO, Mr. Mamsamba. Adwak, sorry. Mamsamba is here with us. We have the director of GAFNA, Mr. Gomez. We have representative from HEBDO, Mr. So is here with us. We have Avisu in the building. We recognize their presence here. Of course, NMCP, which is our longest serving partner, and we've journeyed along, both as PR, co-PR, and sub-recipient. My intention is not to deliver a speech today or just to welcome everybody. But I also recognize Mr. Jaju Ibrahima, who has led the country office over the years, I think for a period of more than 15 years, and has seen it all. I also recognize the regional director of CRS West Africa, who is also present with us, Ms. Ingrid Sume. The staff, of course, we have our BD regional manager, who is also one of the brain behind the grant. So I also recognize the presence of the staff. I'm not sure if I've not seen Naufa is Naufa, yes, we have Naufa, we have Jaga is here with us, yes. Jaga and Yusufa has started the partnership with CRS in the 80s, and we invited them also to grace the occasion. I also want to recognize the presence of our staffs, both present and past. We have PGVS, my sister is with us also, Sister Roslyn, and everyone that is present here today. This journey would not have been possible without everyone, both the staff, the partners, the CRS leadership, and of course the government of the Gambia, who has created the enabling environment for CRS to operate with both the colonial government, the First Republic, the Second Republic, and the Third Republic. So we are deeply honored to be here, and that's the definition of resilience. If we are talking about a journey of resilience, it means you would withstand ups and downs. And this is exactly what happens with organizations. And I think today in the morning, I just highlighted a few of the work that CRS has been doing in the country. And just fast forward this year alone, I've mentioned that we have served over 4 million school meals to school children. 4 million daily hot meals to children. That's not a small goal to achieve. And on top of that, we are also very active in our humanitarian principles like response, humanitarian response, education, health, and other sectors. So this would not have been possible if we do not partner with our local partners, and if the staffs were not committed, and if the environment was not conducive for us to thrive and deliver the development objectives of CRS, the government, and our partners. So today is a day of just recognizing those efforts, those collective work that has happened over the years, and to document and also recognize the achievements that we have done so far. And the event for this day, today is just for the partners, I would say, and existing staff and those who we have lost along the way. So I will also want the team to do a 1-minute silence for our colleagues who have who are unable to be with us because God has called them, because He needs them most probably. So I would just want us to do a minute silence for them. Okay, thank you. May the departed souls rest in peace. So to start with, we would want to thank our partners, our staff, And we want to take this opportunity to welcome you all. And we said this event is not a CRS event. It's an event for all of us, for the staff, the partners, the government, and of course the people that we serve. We do nothing without the people. It is important to also recognize that we operate in communities, and these communities makes our work easier if they have not given us the opportunity to work with them and support them without compromising their integrity and, of course, upholding standards that are acceptable to everyone. So without much, I just want to welcome everyone. I don't want, my intention is not to deliver a speech like I said, but I just want to welcome everyone here. And I'm very much thrilled to be part of this. It is just that we have not have these events in the past, but it doesn't mean we have not been recognized in the work of our partners. So I just want a round of applause for all our partners, both present and past, and also the staff who have been making this to work for us. So welcome you all, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Today we are celebrating our partners for the wonderful work they have done with us over the years. 60 years, as my country manager has said, 60 years is a lot. And within the 60 years, we together have transformed a lot of lives in the Gambia. I want to thank all of you for the good job you have all done. Mr. Chairperson, the CRS Deputy Regional Director for Operations, Madam Ingrid Some, the Country Manager, Dr. Amulai Toure, Directors of Partner Organizations, Governor, ADWAG, AVISU, National Disaster Management Agency, Future in Our Hands, National Nutrition Agency, Food Safety and Quality Authority, and all the other partners. My colleagues and friends at CRS, the media, and all other protocols respectfully observed. Mr. Chairperson, it gives me the greatest pleasure to deliver a statement on the importance, on this important day for our staff and partners. The Partner and Staff Award event is one of the activities marking the 60th anniversary of CRS operations since its inception in 1964. Over the years, our partners have supported us throughout this journey, and it is important to show appreciation and recognize their effort and dedication to supporting the vulnerable communities we serve together throughout the country. Through our partners, we were able to reach more than 500,000 people, both directly and indirectly, from climate-smart agriculture and food security activities, malaria prevention, water and sanitation, access to finance through savings and loan schemes established by SILK groups, emergency response and disaster risk reduction, and school feeding, food for education to women empowerment. We at CRS extend our greatest thank you and appreciation to the government of the Gambia and our implementing partners. Today, we celebrate you and all the staff of CRS. Most of us here will be asking why this award event. The purpose of the award event is to recognize our partnership and together work towards realizing our global, regional, and country local leadership strategy, which puts emphasis and say in their own hands, in the hands of our local partners and communities. Meaning, communities and the local NGOs local NGOs and national agencies that support their development to be effective and impactful leaders to serve the common good. You all might be aware that we at CRS are committed to supporting and accompanying our partners for locally led management while strengthening capacities and organizational development. CRS believes in subsidiarity and partnership, which means the people closest to the challenges are best placed to identify solutions. I urge our partners to be more accountable and results-oriented, but also implement policies accordingly for the benefit of the communities we serve. The award is in three folds, namely Local Leadership Award, Compliance Award, Local Leadership Award and Compliance Award, which mainly focuses on our current implementing partners, whilst the Recognition Award focuses on our partners we have previously and currently have ad hoc projects that are not long-term. On the Local Leadership Award, we assess the following: good stewardship of donor resources, commitment to local leadership, and substantial, independent, and diversified mobilization of resources. On the Compliance Award, we looked at the following: compliance on donor funds liquidations and timely reporting, and up-to-date policies on safeguarding financial management and procurement. I want to take this opportunity to thank the country manager for his leadership and dedication to the mission of the agency. Once again, thank you all for coming.
So, Madam Deputy Regional Director, Mr. Country Manager, all other protocols duly observed, dear esteemed partners, ladies and gentlemen. Coming at the tail end of an event when so many powerful speeches have already been made becomes too challenging. You are confused, you don't even know from where to start. But as I've been given the opportunity to say a vote of thanks to this August gathering, I will first of all thank the staff of CRS who have worked so hard and continue to work so hard to make sure that we impact the lives of so many poor people and their communities, and for which we celebrate them today. I think it is no mean achievement. We also want to thank sincerely our esteemed partners who are here present and those who were unable to make it for their contribution in trying to help CRS walk down the lane to achieve their stated objectives, because it constitutes part of CRS sustainability strategy that we should work with local organizations, to promote local leadership and accountability, such that the day we wind up from Gambia, we should be confident that there are people we have left behind that can continue the journey. We also want to thank the former staff or the past staff of CRS for having set the pace for which today we continue to work upon. We have heard the amazing work that CRS has done for the past 60 years from Mr. Jajo, and I was asking myself, can we continue? to carry this weight. But God willing, we shall continue to do so. We also want to thank the partners who have been awarded based on 2 criteria that were set aside: local leadership and accountability. And we will also want to pray to those who have not won today, that the awards of today should serve as an inspiration for them to continuously work and show their willingness to move on the path of accountability. And I'm sure, because in life, it is not the number of times you fall that matters, but your determination to rise again each time you fall. And they can be rest assured of CRS support. We wouldn't abandon them midway or in the middle of the waters. To borrow from, as the American ambassador was saying, are we together? Definitely we are together, and we shall continue to support. So it would also be unfair for me not to recognize the tremendous efforts and time put into us celebrating today by the organizing committee. And I am proud of the team. They did a marvelous job. I'm proud of the team. They did a marvelous job. And
60th anniversary in the Gambia, a milestone that marks 6 decades of unwavering commitment to humanitarian work and the transformation of lives. Mr. Joshua just explained the history, how we started from 60 years ago till today. But we had a group of passionate people that came together at that time with a shared vision to make a lasting impact on those in need and to give a voice to the voiceless. So from those humble beginnings, we have grown into an organization that touches the lives of millions, providing aid, hope, and support in times of crisis, and working tirelessly to build a more compassionate, just, and equitable world. Through the journey of resilience, we have empowered communities and transformed lives. Today is a day to recognize the dedication, hard work, and amazing accomplishments of the individuals and organizations who've made all of this work possible. We're here to honor a group of exemplary partners whose devotion, creativity, and collaboration have been critical in accelerating our goals. These organizations have not only served the Gambian people, but have also acted as great allies to CRS. Your efforts have enabled us to overcome obstacles, achieve new milestones, and broaden our impact in significant ways. And I'm really grateful that I got to meet a lot of our partners here tonight. Partnership is not always straightforward. It requires trust, communication, and a shared desire to work towards a similar goal. However, the rewards are worthwhile. We have demonstrated that working together allows us to produce solutions that have a genuine impact on the communities we serve, the livelihoods we affect, and the lives we touch. I also want to recognize our staff who've gone above and beyond. Each day we are reminded of the amazing talent, devotion, and passion that drives our success. You are the backbone of our agency, and your tenacity, commitment, and greatness have defined the culture and accomplishments we celebrate today. I'd like to emphasize that this acknowledgement is not reserved for a select few. Every one of you helps to ensure the success of this organization. This ceremony serves as a reminder of how much we cherish each member of our team and the significant impact you make on our work, culture, and future. So each of us, partners and staff, brings something unique to the table, and it is the diversity of abilities, ideas, and experiences that distinguishes our team as not only effective but also extraordinary. Whether it's your eagerness to serve others or unwavering pursuit of quality, every one of you contributes significantly to our overall success. As we move forward, let us build on this strong foundation. The journey is not over, and the opportunities for future achievement are many. We are stronger when we work together, and tonight's ceremony demonstrates the power of collaboration in creating a better future for everyone, particularly the people of the Gambia. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next on the stage, we will welcome Mr. Job, Mr. Ibrahim Job, the school feeding manager for Food for Education, to hand over awards to Nana Gafna, Future in Our Hands, and Caritas. Nana is one of our partners as well. We're currently implementing the large-scale food fortification program with them. We also have Gafna, who we've done work with in terms of maternal and child health centers, as well as Future in Our Hands and Caritas, who are one of our key implementers currently for the Food for Education program, where we've served, as of July, over 4 million meals to 53,000 students. So this wouldn't have been possible without their partnership as well. So now I will call on Nana, if we have representatives here representing Nana. So I guess we will then move on to Gafna. We have Mr. Yusufa Gomez, who will be collecting this on behalf of Gafna. A round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Gomez. Next up, we will call on Future in Our Hands, the Gambia, who are also one of our key implementing partners. A round of applause for Future in Our Hands. They were also one of our partners in the ECOWAS project. Thank you very much. Next up, we will now call on Caritas, the Gambia. Do we have a representative here for Caritas? Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much, Mr. Joe. Thank you for handing over the awards. A round of applause for all the recognition that our partners have gotten. Thank you very much. So now we will move on to the next stage, which is the Compliance Award and the Local Leadership Award. So this will be presented by my co-MC, Abdallah. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, to present the special awards, I'd like to invite Mr. Emmanuel to give a brief background of this award and the award process. Mr. Emmanuel, please come forward. We would be, like he mentioned, there are two categories. There's the Local Leadership Award and the Compliance Award. So, Emmanuel.
Thank you very much. When I was giving a statement, I said we have two special awards. One of them is Local Leadership Award. And with Local Leadership Award, there's a committee which was set up. We looked at all the partners and what they do and how they do things and how we work with them. Now, the one of the criteria we used for local leadership award is the partner should be able to demonstrate good stewardship of donor resources and commitment to local leadership, commitment for them to be able to drive their own development. On compliance, what we looked at is compliance on timely liquidations and reporting on donor funds. And we also looked at policies, up-to-date policies, particularly on safeguarding, financial management, and procurement. So these are the criteria we use for these two awards. So the committee went forward, looked at all these criteria, and nominated two partners, one partner for local leadership and one partner for compliance. That is how we went about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. I am sure everyone understands the process now. So since they are the ones who have identified the recipients, we will sort that out in a minute, and then we'll have someone come forward to tell us who has been identified to receive the Local Leadership Award, and then we'll...
I was advised to mention the two organizations that won these awards. For Local Leadership Award, the award is won by the Agency for the Development of Women and Children, ADWA. And then for Compliance Award, it was won by Health Promotion and Development Organization.
So can we have a representative of ADWAC to come forward? Mr. Amula, would you please be kind to present the award to him? A round of applause, please. Thank you very much and congratulations. So, Mr. Amula, if you would just stay for a minute. Can we have the representative of HEPDO to receive the next award? Congratulations. All right, thank you very much. And I'll hand over now to Mariam. I've seen a few Fuller faces here. I wanted to say a little bit about the Fullers, but I'll let Mariam do you. Mariam, over to you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause again for the winners of the Local Leadership Award and the Compliance Award. Thank you very much. We're now heading to my favorite part of the event. If you know me, you know I'm a foodie. So at this juncture, we will take a break to really just move on to the area of cocktail. And okay, so we will be heading to the back to get food, but we will take it by table. So we will have the first table, table 1, go first to get the meals at the back. Thank you very much. See you soon.
So for the fullest in the back, someone is saying there will be no food by the time you get there. All right, see you soon.
One man can become a few women, a few men, a few hands can lift us through the rubble and push us forward into the future. All connected by the secret ingredient, belief. CIRS believes in strength through partnership. CIRS believes in impacting the future. That is why you have dedicated your lives by our hands. Because it is our hands that will feed the future. It is our hands that will breed the future. It is our hands that will be the future, that will draw the lines, connect the dots, and hold our peace for more than us. So that when we are gone into the wind and the dirt and the dust, you can look back and say that we gave. You can look back and say that we sacrificed. We all can look back and say that we were here. And when we were, we lived not for us, because we were more than us. We were all of us in making impact. We worked as one. Thank you.
This occasion. Today, CIRS organized this event to recognize our partners, but not only to recognize our partners, but then there are people that work with these partners, and these are our staff. And CIRS, like we always say, our most important resources are the people that work with us. The people that work for CIRS, including our partners. And we've decided to organize or to come with these awards of 4 categories, which is the READY. And for some of you who don't know what READY means, it's respect, equity, diversity, and inclusion. And of course, every CIRS staff member is a READY champion. But then we also have to identify who among us is the champion, and then award the person. And also we have Bridge Builders Award. And then this is someone who fosters collaboration among our team members. And of course, every CIRS staff, I recognize that we all work together, but then there's a champion among us. We also have an award, the Star Award, which of course, we all are doing great in our various work, but we have one among us who always shines. And of course, we deem it necessary to recognize the person. Also, we have the Leadership Award. And then every CIRS staff is a leader. We are doing our best in our various capacities. But of course, there is one that is taking the lead itself to bring us all together to make sure we strive and we deliver. And this is the 4 award categories, but also we will also take the time to recognize every CIRS staff for your own invaluable support and work towards the CIRS mission. So during the organizing of this activity, we set up an independent committee which oversee the nominations of the awards, and as well as the review and selection of those that came out top. So the nomination was open, which of course to all the CIRS staff to nominate their READY champion, their READY builder, their star, and as well as the leadership award. And then the committee sat and review those nominations, and based on specific examples, specific things that were outlined in the nominations, and selected the top 4. So thank you everyone for participating during the nomination process, and also the panel members for the review and selection of the awardees.
We're not going to spare you, huh?
Thank you very much. I'm not sure I'm the right person to be here to say this because I know there were people with CRS well before I joined CRS. And one of those is Mr. Yusuf Gomez. Mr. Gomez was in CRS in the 80s, even though he was in the field. So I came to CRS in 1997. I've been working with CRS for 27 years now. But 8 of those years were outside of the CP, and the remaining years were in the CP. So I just want to reflect over those years when I just started, because CRS was invited in 1964 by the Catholic Church. Some will say it's the Bishop of Banjul, some will say it's other entities of the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church invited CRS to the Gambia in 1964. The time I joined CRS, initially they came in to support emergency response related activities, supporting lepromatous, people that have leprosy, people that have TB. In those days, those early days, they were left in communities and they were not cared for. So the sisters and the clergy were out supporting, bringing these communities to some locations to provide them with care, feeding, and all the things that will help them, some to recover, some to go through hospice care. So those days, I wasn't with CRS, so I will not lie about it. But that was what we were involved in, some sort of emergency response. And over time, the programs of CRS evolved from really responding to emergencies to pure programs. And this is the time people like us came into CRS when we were really approaching development from a food security standpoint. In the year I joined, we had 2 large projects. The Community Management Committees project, which is a child survival health and nutrition project, that was being implemented through GAFNA. GAFNA that was formed before I came to CRS, somewhere in the 80s. So GAFNA was still implementing that project, and they were supporting 16,000 women, lactating women, women with children across the country in 118 child survival centers, we call them. They were giving them education, behavior change to promote well-being of their children, well-being of the mothers. They were promoting the issue of pregnancy. In those years, we were also promoting what we call the locally made food supplement. I'm sure most of you will remember this, Futukanya. You know Tiafuto? Yeah. We are giving Tiafuto to pregnant women so that the maternal outcome can improve. These were the early days of CRS. So we are working through GAFNA to do this. But all along, this is why you know why partnership is so important to CRS. We have never implemented these programs directly. We always work through partners. And we sort of GAFNA specifically, we are part of the delivery of CRS, the establishment of GAFNA from the onset, way back in the 80s, to where it is now. And during those days, we are providing support to GAFNA to support their programs and also building their institutional capacity. So CRS is not like just another donor. Other donors will give you money to do activities. But CRS will give you money to do activities, it is the programs, but they will also support your operational capacity so that you become strong to be able to do your things. So that's what we are doing those days. And over time that evolved until 2007 when we, what we call the Title II program, which was supporting the activities, ended. And it ended because way back in 1994, there was a coup in this country. Don't get upset with me, but I have to say this, there are some things that happened. Then we got a Section 508 condition on Gambia until we change things will not change. But during that period, the US government was still supporting CRS on an annual basis. They were giving us grants. So every year, we'll write a small DAP, Development Assistance Project for the communities, for governor and all its related partners. We had our office then at number 1 Marina Parade. This was way back. That number 1 Marina Parade was given to CRS free of charge by the government of the Gambia. So we stayed in this place during the time of the First Republic, the Second Republic. It's the Second Republic that we changed because number 1 Marina Parade was free of charge to CRS, but when the new government came, the School of Public Health, which was in front of the CRS building,
changed and became headquarters of the army. So CRS felt that was not safe because there was no exit route. If you come out in front, you are going to the army barracks. If you go behind, there's a fence. That is the, how do you call it, BCC, Banjul City Council fence. So you cannot go. So we moved out of that place. Then USAID has left. Then we moved to this new building at number 60 Liman Street, where USAID used to be. So we took over that office, and we stayed there until 2001, when there was the student uprising. Then we realized that that was also not a safe place because we were seized in the office, couldn't leave. You know, Banjul, there's only one bridge. So the whole of Banjul was closed, so we got stuck in that place, and it was very risky. So CRS decided to move outside of Banjul. Then the church gave us this wonderful office that you have now at Fajara. So that since then, we've been there since 2004 or 5, somewhere around that. That's when we moved to that particular location. So those are the 3 main offices that we occupied. And in terms of programs, we have consistently worked with government to do health activities. Until when Title II closed, then we had to partner first it was with NAS, you know, the National AIDS Control Program. We had we used discretionary funds of about $300,000. Then we worked with the church and WEC. WEC is also the church, but it's not the Catholic Church. So when I say the church, I'm referring to the Catholic Church here. We've done programs. So it was mainly a project that is focused on home-based care. It's a comprehensive intervention, continuum of care for HIV and AIDS that covers community activities, testing, some level of treatment, and some level of hospice service. And then WEC was the only organization that was doing that in a very small way in Sibalon. So they moved their clinic to Brikama, and then we started working with them during that from between 2020 to 2023. 2001 to 2003. And that project was very successful because it was the only project that would address the issue of HIV/AIDS from A to Z in this country. So when the Global Fund project came, 2001, the system applied and they didn't get. 2004 they didn't get. The CRS, because our Title II is no longer there, we have to join the bandwagon. We joined the Ministry of Health, mainly the National Malaria Control Program, and to some extent the HIV and AIDS NAS team. So we used that HIV/AIDS project as one of the design of that project was used to apply for the HIV and AIDS component of the Global Fund, and they were won for the first time in 2004. Then we also supported at the same time the National Malaria Control Program, and they also won their grant for the first time in 2004. So that's when our partnership started with the National Malaria Control Program. We did not leave Governor out of it. Governor was included when we took that journey again in terms of doing behavior change-related activities and also benefit distribution. So there we worked with Governor, we worked with the church, Caritas, then they were called CADO, the Catholic Development Office. And that project went on and it's going on until now. The HIV/AIDS project also evolved. We became an SR under NAS. Then we tried to apply for PRC, for HIV and AIDS. CM said, oh no, you don't need to apply, you're already PR. Then we told the region, they said, well, you have to distribute condoms. We said, no, we cannot. This is, we CRS, we are a Catholic organization, we used to promote pro-life, so the way condom is distributed, we cannot do that. So we pulled out of that, and then actually it became the PR, and then we became a major SR on the actually, covering the entire, covering what we call home-based care, orphans and vulnerable children, and other related activities. PNPTC, this is the prenatal prevention of HIV/AIDS. So on one kids we are doing that. So we supported that component of the program and treatment as well. So that continued until I left here. So that was a very long program also. So once that was being implemented, we were also doing other small activities with the church Because, for example, the sisters on St. Joseph of Addis in Basse are doing the treatment part, the OVCs, and the PMPTC part of that project. The sisters of like in this place, some countries should help me in Bakote. Sisters of Charity, they were supporting with the caring of kids and also providing support to children that needs feeding and special care. So that project continues until I leave. So I don't know where it is at now, where the project is at this point. Then over time, in 2009, we became PR for malaria because we were working very closely with malaria, very closely. That year, we won 3 grants from Global Fund. Global Fund was surprised by that. We got the round 4, we got the rolling continuation of channel of funding, and we got the round 6. So we had 3 grants running at the same time. So the CCM saw it impossible for just NMCB and the Ministry of Health to implement it. So the Jeff Charles, the PRC, to be responsible of the benefit distribution and all the related activities that after that. So we became PR from that time and also continued implementing. That also saved us because in 2007, when our Tendu 2 closed, our office nearly closed. You know, we had about 200 staff. We were working in Senegal. You know, when we were doing the Sesame program, we started with 3 objectives: promoting the production, the processing, and the marketing of sesame with over 40,000 women. Then over time, we realized that women were producing so much sesame, even if they process it into sesame oil and cake for animal feeds and the oil to sell in the market, they were not getting, the market was saturated. So we came up with a new project which is called Market-Led Sesame Promotion, which started in 2001. So we partnered with Senegal, Senegal, to get that award. We got about $20 million, and we supported NOFA to come into an apex from the 72 SGAs that were formed to form one apex called the National Association of Women Farmers, the National Women Farmers Association. So that organization took on the governor, the NOFA programs, you know, in terms of promoting sesame, growing, production, and marketing. We developed an entire value chain of sesame where women were really dealing with, they were exporting sesame, dealing with buyers in Europe, in Japan, in Hong Kong, in Switzerland, wherever sesame is needed, they were able to contact those businesses. And they were buying directly from them. They processed it to a point where it is ready for exportation. So that went on for a while until when that grant closed. That is when that project also suffered, because the structure in government also now changed, became a little bit weaker. So those activities couldn't continue the way they were from the beginning. So I don't know where that is to date, but that's how we are supported. During all those major projects, we had a unit called the Partnership Unit, which was led by, I'm sure some of you will know him, Ty Thomas. Way back, since the time I joined, I found Ty in CRS. So, and he was there since the 80s. He was there much longer, working with about close to 7 or 8 partners. In those days, in addition to the big partners, the NOFA and GAFNA, we are also scouting out to small organizations to build their capacity to become vibrant NGOs. So Ty will call up a meeting of all the organizations, all the NGOs. In those days, there was a proliferation of NGOs. Some of them, they call them briefcase NGOs, some of them, they call them suitcase NGOs, whatever you can think of. Some of them, they're just clubs. But when we go through that processing and realize that they have potentials, then we give them small funding, $500, $1,000, $2,000 over a period of time as they grow. Sometimes we give them money for one activity to implement in 2 months or 3 months. So some of these organizations grew into that, out of that. And I know, how do you call them? ADWAC was from that, but ADWAC was already well established, and I think the first funding to ADWAC was $400,000 to do agriculture and natural resource management, which was very successful. And since then, partnership has continued with ADWAC. And then we have HEBDO. HEBDO we started from scratch. HEBDO was just an organization that was formed by public health students. You know, it was there as, they have a chairman, they have, it was kind of a club, but it has potential because they are all public health practitioners. So they came together, then we agreed, we held them sort of a secretariat, then we started funding them during our first, even before we became PR, we were funding them to support vendor distribution and promoting behavior change activities. We then work also with Avisu to promote rice production, agriculture mainly activities, which you are again, this year we have quite a bit of them. We have NSGA that we use, that we partner with in the Growth Fund project to support school health programs, because we are doing school health programs, and NSGA was very good at that. That was Social Gambia Association. They were very strong when it comes to school, using school to promote malaria and public health related activities. Then we have HEBDO, we have FIOH to do school related vendor distribution. We had so these are the list of NGOs we have, and these are there are more than this. I can't remember all of them, but there were quite a bit of them. Some of them were only doing, some we started activities with them, we support them to do what in those days it was called PRA, to do a participatory appraisal in the community, develop a project, and then out of that project, we fund the project over time. Some, after doing the PRA, they were not able to account for their funds, so the relationship ends. Some will be able to go to the next stage, some will go to the third, some will go to the fourth, and some will continue going. So there are quite a bit of them here. In addition to supporting the NGOs, we are also supporting organizations that were leading NGOs, like Tango. We are giving special funding to Tango. We used to sit on the Tango board, and then we also provide insurance support to them to really become a strong organization, apex organization to support NGOs. So, Mr. Chairman, I think I've said a lot. I think I'll stop here. You said 5 minutes, but I think I don't know 5 minutes. So this is the brief history. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jadu. I am sure even for a cheers to empowering communities and transforming lives.
Cheers to empowering communities and transforming lives.
And cheers to 60 years of service.
Cheers to 60 years of service.
And cheers to a faith that knows no bounds.
No bounds.
CRS The Gambia, thank you all very much. This has been an amazing night, and thank you to my co-host. Thank you everyone for coming, and shout out to the committee, shout out to our chairman, Mr. Keva Sega. Thank you all for making me. Enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you very much.